Good day, everyone.
I was born and raised in Detroit. Growing up there, I saw people like me running things.
This is a courtroom, not a circus, so we're gonna calm down.
I'm sorry.
What I found there was a passion that I didn't know existed.
This is the bottom line.
I'm excited to free fall into the limitless possibilities with we the people. So many are fearful of the law. They think it's something that works against them.
I think you need to begin to accept responsibility for your mistakes.
We are the people.
Jessica Cartwright claims her son's birthday party was ruined when the defendant's child damaged a gaming truck and bit a guest.
All rise.
Alicia Morgan says she told the plaintiff that her son has sensory issues and loud noises triggered him.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lauren Lake presiding.
You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, thank you, Sean. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
This is the case of Cartwright versus Morgan. Ms. Cartwright, you are suing Ms. Morgan for $9,500 for negligence. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
You say one invite led to more than you bargained for. The defendant, you say boundaries were shared before anyone agreed to come.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Tell me what happened. What kind of invite was this, Ms. Cartwright?
Well, my son was turning 10 and he wanted to have a party and I wanted to do something different for him. Now, he is a gamer. He likes to game and I wanted to rent a gaming truck so he can have some games and play PS5 and all the things that the little kids like to play.
Yes.
And I knew Alan's mom, that's my son's friend, Alan's mom, the defendant, and we knew each other from school and soccer and PTA and things like that, and I wanted to invite little Alan. I had heard about his diagnosis and things like that, but my son never said anything happened on the soccer field, nothing happened in school or anything like that.
So what diagnosis is Ms. Cartwright talking about, Ms. Morgan?
He has intermittent explosive disorders. Which,
And tell the court exactly what that is.
like if it's a lot of noise and light and sounds, like he may act out a little bit. It's a behavior issue.
So when you say he may act out, what happens when he...
He's had like tantrums before, or probably cover his ears and move around to try to move from the situation.
So sensory sensitivity. And is this something that's been diagnosed by his pediatrician?
Yes, Your Honor.
It is?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is it something that he also takes medication for?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And at the time of the party, was there medication
Now this
prescribed?
part is important. Alicia Morgan confirms that Alan had a diagnosed behavioral condition, sensory sensitivity, and had recently started new medication. That is not just emotional background, it becomes a key legal fact. Courts often look at what was known before the incident happened. If a parent knows their child can be triggered by loud noise, lights, crowding, or chaos, then supervision becomes extremely important. But notice something else. Miss Cartwright also admits she knew there were concerns, yet still wanted Alan included. That creates a very uncomfortable balance. On one side, inclusion is kind and socially important. On the other side, inclusion without proper planning can turn risky very quickly. So the question for viewers is this: was inviting Alan compassionate, or was it careless without stronger safeguards?
Medication prescribed?
Yes, Your Honor. He had just started a new medication.
A new medication?
Yes.
Okay. And you know Miss Cartwright and your sons are friends. How long have you known one another?
About 3 years.
3 years.
About 3 years. All right. So what's your son's name?
Jason.
Jason. So Jason's birthday's coming up. You rent the gaming truck. How many friends do you invite?
About 12.
12. And your son's name is?
Alan.
Alan. So Alan was one of the guests.
Yes.
And tell me about the party. What time was the party?
It was at 4 o'clock.
4 p.m.
So 4 to 6, we rented the truck for 2 hours. And well, it's a bus. We rented it for 2 hours.
And where did you park it? In front of your house?
Yes.
All right. And the kids came over?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Did the kids eat before or after they got in the gaming truck?
Well, we have the cake table set up inside, but they also have like little treat bags, and there was a food truck outside as well. So we don't want to bring too much food on the inside.
So did they eat before or did they eat after they gamed?
Probably a little bit of both.
as a mother of a boy, all those things matter. Because my next question is, did you have the cake already before you went in the gaming truck or after?
The cake was inside on a table, and so they were going to have it after everybody finished and sing happy birthday and concluded with that.
All right, so what happened? Why are you here today suing Ms. Morgan for $9,500?
I'm here because her son ruined my son's birthday party.
What happened?
The kids were playing games, and if you know anything about gaming, it can get a little emotional, a little passionate. And then two of the kids, one was losing and the other one thought the other one was cheating, and so they started going back and forth.
Okay.
And then I guess with them going back and forth, it kind of triggered Alan.
They were about to fight, Your Honor. Like, it was bad.
Were you in the truck?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the parents were invited in as well,
Yes,
or just
yes,
the
Your Honor.
boys?
The parents as well.
Okay, so the parents, how many people did this bus hold?
It was huge, a huge look. I have some pictures
All of the parents were not there, Your Honor.
I'd like to see it.
Absolutely, yes.
But I requested to be there since Alan has a problem.
You presented evidence to the court.
I have some pictures of how big the bus is in Exhibit E. As you can see, plenty of room for the kiddos to game, hang out.
Oh, it's a huge bus.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, got to the last picture.
And that's what her son did. You can see he pushed a kid into the table. The cake fell over, and then the owner came in and tried to help Alan calm down. He bit him. Alan bit the owner. And I had to pay for those damages as well.
Coming up,
Did your son bite somebody, Miss Morgan?
The owner was out of line.
The facts are, your son destroyed my son's birthday party. Your son assaulted a man with his teeth.
He was provoked.
and later,
She highlights a lot of independent and local artists who do original work. And
Okay.
so I wanted to bring in my own original work, seeing as I'm an aspiring artist.
You are. And
I
what
am.
type of art do you do?
I do graphic art, and I use the assistance of artificial intelligence.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Jessica Cartwright, who brought Alicia Morgan to court for negligence.
Did your son bite somebody, Miss Morgan?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you had to pay for the medical bills associated with that?
Yes, Your Honor. For the urgent
In
care,
Alan's
that's Exhibit
defense,
C.
the owner came and kind of grabbed him. So the owner was out of line because he should have let me got my own child.
And what did you do when this owner grabbed your son and then he bit him? What did you do?
I was just trying to grab my son to get him to safety. I didn't want him to hurt himself or anybody, so I was doing the best I could.
So he went to urgent care. It was $150. So what do you think, Miss Morgan, set your son off?
All the loudness and it was a mess. I almost couldn't take it myself.
So the loudness from them screaming and playing the
Yes,
game.
and they're stomping and just doing the most. Well, I did this first and I did this, and they pushing and shoving a little bit too. And it was just too much for my Alan. He couldn't take it.
And so what did he do before the bus driver grabbed him?
Well, it was another little kid that ran up because like it was too much. So he kind of like threw the controller. And the control, I don't think he tried to
Now
break
we
the
get the
screen.
defense
So when he
theory.
kind of threw the
Alan
controller,
was
it hit the
overwhelmed.
screen and broke
Another
the screen.
child
He
approached
yeeted.
him, and the environment became too loud and chaotic. Miss Morgan is basically arguing provocation and overstimulation. But legally, provocation does not always erase responsibility. It may explain behavior, but explanation is not the same as excuse. Judge Lake has to decide whether Alan's reaction was something his mother should have anticipated and managed, especially because she knew his triggers. At the same time, the other children were also pushing, shouting, and escalating the scene. This is why this case is not as simple as one child broke everything. The courtroom is really asking, when multiple adults know a situation could become overwhelming, who should have stepped in before the controller hit the screen?
And broke the screen.
He yeeted the controller into the screen and it cracked.
So another little boy came up at him, kind of charged him. And Alan pushed the little boy into the cake, but he was charged. He was provoked.
And so you're here suing for the entire cost of the party.
For the screen, everything that I had to pay for the screen, the remote, I had to pay for the cleaning. They had to send a detailing company out to clean it, and the medical bill from the bite.
But $9,000, Your Honor?
That is what the
What was
gaming
the total
company-
cost of the party?
The total cost of the party.
And I offered to pay some.
So to rent the gaming center or the gaming bus for 2 hours, of course that wasn't $9,500.
I was just about to say.
That was not $9,500.
I'm in the wrong business, Sean. We're going to get us a gaming truck after we get done out of the We need to get a gaming bus if that's what you're paying.
It was about $150 per hour.
All right.
But the damages and that is Exhibit A, the equipment repairs and replacements, $7,350. That's what the company charged me. The deep cleaning and the detailing, that was another $2,000. Plus the urgent care bill was $150. That's where the $9,500 came from. And I paid all of that because, of course, I rented the truck. But her son caused all the damage. Not my son, not anybody else's children. Her son caused all that damage by himself.
But the other children is what provoked the damage to be caused.
Well...
So you should ask their moms. You should have their moms in here as well.
Although he was provoked, he was the only one that took action.
Okay, but he's special, and you knew that.
And you
So wait a minute. You're admitting now in open court that Alan was provoked?
No, I'm not admitting that.
Okay,
I'm saying
so
that's what she's saying. If you said that, if you feel like your son was provoked, and you feel those are feelings. The facts are. Your son destroyed my son's birthday party. Your son assaulted a man with his teeth, and your son was not. You should have made sure he didn't.
They violated my son's space.
Ma'am.
The little boy should not ran up in his space as well as the owner.
All right.
So my son is really the victim.
I've heard enough.
This moment is the emotional center of the first case. Miss Morgan says her son is really the victim because others violated his space. Miss Cartwright says the facts are simple. Alan destroyed the party, damaged property, and bit a man. Both statements reveal why this is so difficult. Alan may genuinely have been overwhelmed, but Jason's birthday was also genuinely ruined. The court is not only dealing with money, it is dealing with two families trying to protect their own children's dignity. Judge Lake sees that, and that is why she stops the argument before it becomes even more personal. This is the type of case where everyone had good intentions, but nobody fully controlled the risk.
It's disappointing because was the party over after all this happened?
Absolutely, yes.
And so we have one 10-year-old boy whose party pretty much has been ruined, and you have another 10-year-old boy who was at a party that he probably should not have been at, or at least for that long.
Right.
Now, what's unfortunate here is this issue, what happened, and Alan's behavior, it really did cost Miss Cartwright and her son the party. I think they charged you a lot to be cleaning up that bus.
Too much.
But the problem is it's in writing what she had to pay, and the damages were clear. On the flip side, Miss Cartwright, the first thing you opened up in your testimony was, I realized that this young boy had some sensory issues, but I really wanted him to come. I wanted him to come, so I invited him. And so it's interesting to me that you're not understanding that that was a risk you assumed. Both of you, I believe, assumed risks that led to the damage that was caused. $9,500 is what you were suing for, but at the end of the day, both of you are responsible. And it's hard for me as a mother because I can see what good intentions you had and what good intentions you had, right? But sometimes good intentions still lead to unfortunate consequences. Right. And this is one of those times. Split the difference. Judgment for the plaintiff for $4,750. Court is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $4,750.
I'm pretty satisfied. She should have paid the whole thing, but it's okay.
I'm extremely satisfied. I tried to pay half in the first place. She should have just taken it and everything will be fine. I hope we can remain friends after this.
Please gather your things to follow me this way.
Coming up.
You're suing her because she removed the cards. Why did you remove the cards, Ms. Crawford?
Your Honor, shortly after I displayed the cards, one of my repeat customers pointed out to me that it looked like an AI-generated image. She confirmed that this is not on point with my brand.
You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. Artist Lydia Hartwell claims she lost sales when her original greeting cards were pulled without warning from the defendant's store. Margaret Crawford says the cards were AI-generated and she's countersuing for $1,000.
Good day, everyone. This is the case of Hartwell versus Crawford. Ms. Hartwell, you are suing Ms. Crawford for $199 for breach of contract. And Ms. Crawford, you are countersuing Ms. Hartwell for $1,000. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Plaintiff, you say that your work was shelved and so were your earnings?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Crawford, you say that the key details were never disclosed.
Yes, Your Honor.
What is this about? I'll start with you, plaintiff.
So, Your Honor, I came to the defendant's store. She highlights a lot of independent and local artists who do original work. And so I wanted to bring in my own original work, seeing as I'm an aspiring artist.
You are. And what type of art do you do?
I do graphic art, and I use the assistance of artificial intelligence.
Okay.
And so I came
Now
into
the
her
second
and
case takes us into a very modern courtroom issue, AI-assisted art. Lydia Hartwell says she does graphic art and uses artificial intelligence as assistance. That word, assistance, is doing a lot of work here. To an artist, AI may be part of the creative process. To a shop owner whose brand is built around local original artwork, AI may feel like a major disclosure issue. The first card apparently sold well, which complicates things even more. If customers liked the product, was the problem really the art itself, or the lack of transparency behind how it was created? This case is not just about greeting cards. It is about trust, branding, and how businesses define authenticity.
Okay.
And so I came into her and I decided to give her one of my pieces, and she wanted to put it up as a card for the 4th of July to give it a little test run. And I have in my evidence, I do have a picture of it. It is an American flag on a barn, and we decided to sell it for the 4th of July. And it actually sold out, and we got a lot of great reviews. So we talked a little bit later, and she wanted to
Okay, so this is a greeting card.
Yes.
And she put it up in her store. When you saw this card, you felt like it would be something your clientele would enjoy, Ms. Crawford?
Yes, Your Honor, because it seemed to be consistent with my brand, which is original artwork.
Coming up.
Tell me a little bit about your countersuit, Ms. Crawford.
When she came to pick up the cards, she created a scene. There were customers in the store that departed.
You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with a dispute between Lydia Hartwell and Margaret Crawford over AI-generated greeting cards.
In your mind, it was an original piece. What, did you think she had painted this and then just turned it into a greeting card?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the buyer for your business?
Yes, I am. And if you see in evidence, there's a picture of my store. You can read the sign in the window that says, we feature local artists.
Proudly spotlighting original works of local artists. Okay, so what happened? Why are we here today?
So after we discussed the second card that I was going to design for her,
So the first one was this the barn with the flag, and this was a go.
So after I gave them to Miss Margaret, she put them on display for a couple days right before Thanksgiving, I believe on the 24th. And then after a couple days, I get a phone call that she says she's taken down all of my inventory and asks if I was using AI to make the cards. And I was honest with her and said yes. And then she basically said that I need to get the cards out of her store in the next 3 days or she's going to throw them away.
And so you're suing her because she removed the cards. Why did you remove the cards, Ms. Crawford?
Your Honor, shortly after I displayed the cards, one of my repeat customers pointed out to me that it looked like an AI-generated image. And when I contacted Ms. Hartwell, she confirmed that this was. And this is not on point with my brand.
Tell me a little bit about your countersuit, Ms. Crawford. Why are you countersuing for $1,000?
There's a disruption to my business.
How did it disrupt your business?
Well, first of all, when she came to pick up the cards, she created a scene. There were customers in the store that departed. It also got around town that I had put AI generated artwork in my store.
Okay.
Judge
This is
Lake
actually-
signals that this is actually simple, and that usually means one thing: the evidence is not strong enough. Both sides feel wronged, but feelings do not automatically become damages. Lydia says she lost sales because the cards were pulled. But can she prove how many would have sold? Miss Crawford says her business reputation was harmed because of the incident and the public reaction. But can she prove actual financial loss? In civil court, embarrassment, frustration, and suspicion are usually not enough. You need measurable damages, lost contracts, canceled orders, receipts, sales records, or specific proof that money was lost. Without that, even a dramatic conflict can still result in no recovery.
Okay. This is actually quite simple.
Judge Lake's verdict when We the People returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake.
Neither of you in this situation have proved that you really have had any measurable damage. You don't even know if the cards would have sold. And yes, it's because she took them out, but this court believes she had every right to take those cards out. If she didn't think her customer would like that, and most importantly, if it would ruin her reputation with her customer. Miss Crawford, you haven't proven $1,000 worth of measurable damages because maybe Miss Hartwell went in there and got a little loud because she was disappointed because you removed your thing. Your store isn't closed. You haven't told me that that customer had a deal to buy $5,000 worth of merchandise from you, but because Miss Hartwell came in there and acted ugly, they no longer wanted to do business with you. There are just no measurable damages placed in evidence before this court. And for this reason, I'm dismissing both your claim, Ms. Hartwell, as well as your claim, Ms. Crawford. And at the end of the day, both of you will suffer the losses that you suffer on your own. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled. Both cases are dismissed.
I wish Miss Hartwell good luck with her art career, regardless of the medium she chooses to use.
Oh, thank you.
Please
So,
follow me this way.
Let's break down what Judge Lake ultimately did in both cases. In the gaming truck case, the court found that real damages happened, but responsibility was shared. Alan caused the direct damage, but Jessica Cartwright also assumed some risk by inviting a child with known sensory issues into a loud, high-stimulation birthday environment. That is why the $9,500 claim was cut in half, resulting in a $4,750 judgment for the plaintiff. In the AI greeting card case, both sides walked away with nothing because neither proved measurable damages. The store owner could remove products that did not fit her brand, but she could not prove a $1,000 loss. The artist felt wronged, but she could not prove definite lost sales. The broader lesson: good intentions do not remove responsibility, and strong feelings do not replace strong evidence. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.